I'm just going to go ahead and just say, hey everyone, spideylibrarian here, and I am coming at you right now with a pretty special live stream here because I have received just earlier today received the package that is presumably the and Matt Cave, make sure I'm not saying it incorrectly. It's the Hyperkin RetroN 5 gaming console. Did I get that right?
You did get that right.
Yes. Okay. And so we're going to be opening that, but first, you guys can all hear Matt Cave here, and of course, I wanted him to be here because I wanted to thank him personally, and wanted to see his face when I finally opened this thing. However, I'm using this really weird version of Discord, and so it's making it's creating a couple of little issues. So I think what I might end up doing um, is let me think. The version I'm using is an Opera. It's got weird integrations. What I might be best off doing is downloading the client and then probably ending the call and then like I think I might have to drop out. And then I can just as soon as I get the like as soon as I get the client version running, um,
Mhm.
we can go ahead and continue. Does that sound okay to
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. So I'm going to keep you on as long as I can and minimize the amount of time that you are uh, off stream here. But because I can barely walk and chew gum at the same time, I'm having to take it slowly. So let me see. Let's just go to Discord's web. I once had the client version, um, and then I deleted it because it was getting confused because I was also using the web version at times, and I've got to pick an instance and just stop, doing that. So let me see. Okay, so there we go. I'm downloading the app right now, and let's see. So Wolf said happy birthday to me, which is hilarious because I used the birthday stream profile when I set up this link, and I forgot to change the title until just now. So thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it. And Retire Inspired is here. How are you doing? Good to see you as well, my friend. Retire Inspired is he is a YouTube channel, a gentleman on YouTube who I discovered through another YouTube friend, CG anime fan, and this gentleman is retired and just talks about the ways that like you can retire early, things you can do during retirement. I watched one or two of his live streams, really enjoyed it. So thank you for being here, my
Nice.
friend. Good to see you. And while I'm doing that, I have been going into my files and trying to get the client version of Discord set up. And I think what I'm going to do is once I've got it set up, I will just close and possibly kill Discord on um, Opera because
Yep.
I don't want the instances getting confused again. And
Yeah, at that point then you just hop right back into the VC on the app.
right, yes. So let me see. I'm pretty sure my I'm pretty sure my password is stupid easy. I'm pretty sure when I first set up Discord, I gave it one of my regular yep, and you know what? I now have two instances running. So, I'm going to kill the web-based version and let me see, how do I do that? How do I exit Discord from here? God, I love going on Google and just looking how to do simple things like exit Discord or to close it. Um,
Yeah.
so give me
I would
just a
think since it's web-based, maybe it's just closing the tab, but I
Oh
wonder if the
no.
app will just take over.
Yeah, the app will still be running in the background, and so I'm trying really hard to find a no, that's not gonna work. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna exit the voice chat that we're currently in on Opera, and then I'm just going to try to enter it again through the client version. All right.
Sounds good.
Hopefully, this will not cause issues. Sometimes it has. So, uh,
Fingers crossed.
here we go. Okay. Exit. Exit. Why are you not exiting? Wait a minute. Yes, I'm connected on another client. I wish to leave. Take me back to the days when this was easy. Okay. That did not work. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I still got you.
Dang it. I was like, oh, I thought maybe that would okay. All right. Let's try this. Turn on microphone. Wait a minute. Turn off microphone. Um why? Hide Discord, manage Messenger, sidebar setup. No, I want to close it out. Okay. Well, here we go. On to Google. I apologize for the technical difficulties. This is my fault, guys. This is all my fault. All right. Let's see. Discord, Opera, close program. I don't know. Okay. Oh my God. Why is this not easier? Okay. How about this? Close Discord on Opera. On Opera GX because I'm using the gamer edition. Okay. Navigate to the Discord tab. Okay. All right. And then click the X button located in the top right corner of the window. Is it really that simple? If it's really that simple, I'm going to be kind of mad actually.
It might be.
There is no X. All right. Oh, there's a logout button in the top left under the okay. All right. Okay. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay. All right. I have logged out of Discord on Opera. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So that's one part. So it looks like it somehow just threw me into the client version, and good. At least I don't have two versions running. I'm going to change myself to online. Okay. And it says that I'm connected on another client, but that can't be true now. So I don't know. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to put Matt Cave up on the screen here. Okay. So in the voice chat that we are in, let me see. I am trying to, whoops, hold on. All right, I see you. Now, how do we pop it out?
If you hover on the screen, bottom right corner, there's a little box with an arrow.
There it is. Okay. So we pop
We
out,
can make that
there
its
we
own
go.
window.
And then I'd like to just put you fully on the window. Okay, okay, so I basically put it so that you are uh you're dominant. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and add you and see how that looks. Let's see. There is the
Yeah,
is it
I'll catch it on the stream here. I'm watching you on a slight delay.
okay, hopefully. Okay, so there you are. I need to there we go. All right. So what I can do. All right. I can just move over here. There we go. Hello, hello.
There you go.
Okay, all right. And I'm not looking at the stream at all. I should probably actually bring up the stream chat. That would probably be a good idea. So I'm going to attempt to do that. assuming my limited tech skills will let me.
Hi, Trouble.
She is on top of the package, actually. All right. She is sitting on top of the package like it is her throne. And yeah, that is kind of how it works. Okay. So it looks like whenever I don't have there you go. There you go. You're back. It looks like I whenever I cover your window with anything, that's why you
Oh,
got the
it
blank
goes
text.
away?
Yeah. Again, we love Discord for what it allows us to do, but then there's what we wish it would let us do. So,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so I think we can get started properly now. I'm gonna see if that changes anything. I just clicked on the chat to see if that changed the view of you. Okay, looks like you're good. All right, everybody.
Good.
Anyways, welcome. Spidey Librarian here, along with my friend Matt Cave. And
Hello there.
we are teaming up for a little stream here because the Hyperkin RetroN 5 that I had no idea that I won at first from from Matt Cave's giveaway has arrived. It arrived earlier today, and we are about to unbox it. I'm going to have to move Trouble because she has decided that it is her new bed, the package. And so, but it is right behind us, right with this little orange cat laying on it. Trouble. How you doing, sweetie? I know that look. That look is you want me to move, don't you? Baby, I need that package. I need the package. Can you get up? She's like, I'm
She's
I'm not interested.
clearly named appropriately.
Oh yes. Hi. How you doing? I'll tell you what, if you get off the package, I'll get you some treats. Do you want some treats? She's like, I don't know. You got treats? I got treats. All right, I need to get up and get some scissors anyway, so I'm gonna grab her some treats and we're gonna lure her off of the package. Give me one moment.
Nice. Good moves.
Okay, so let's.
How's it going, everybody in chat? Good to see you guys. We're gonna have some fun tonight here. I see Wolf is in the chat. Retire inspired. Child of Black Lies. Sith Apple is here. Good to see you, Sith Apple.
Oh man, we got all the cool kids. Yay!
Yeah, man.
All right, hey sweetie, come here. Come here. I'll give you some treats. Do you want some treats? And of course, she's gonna get fed them on camera because that is
The way
damn.
to do it.
Looks like she was gonna bite my finger off right there.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna give her like 4 treats. Okay, there you go. And she just comes right up and just starts biting right at it. I love
Ooh,
you,
somebody's
baby.
hungry.
I love you. Yeah, I know. You would think that I never feed her, right? You know, she's like, hey, my bowl has been empty for 5 whole minutes. Hi, hello. Guess what? We're about to open a package. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad that it showed up so quickly too.
I
That's
am too. I'm always very skeptical when I get a like a date range on packages. I
hmm
always expect it to be on the last day because like 95% of the time it is. But this is one of
I was
those,
thinking
you
this
know,
time of year too. I figured things would be wildly delayed,
yeah. Um,
but
I don't know. The postal gods favored you, you know? So, all right, sweetie. Dad's gonna open up the package so you can't have my lap right now. Okay, guys. Here it is. This is what just arrived today. I'm gonna put it over here. All right. And as you can see, shipping label is on this side, but it's wrapped in this lovely, I'm sure it's going to be so easy to remove eBay gift wrapping tape. Um, and
I've
so,
never seen that used.
huh?
I've never seen that used, but I got it through a like an actual company
Uh-huh.
going through eBay.
Oh, okay. Well, then they've probably got like a service that they
Yeah.
contract eBay through. So um, I'm 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 just gonna break out the scissors because otherwise this will take comically longer than it already has. So all right, and we're just going to start doing a little bit of strategic tearing. And uh okay. So Matt Cave, I'm curious. So we've been friends on YouTube for a while now. You're probably
Yeah.
my oldest friend on YouTube who um is kind of just regularly still creating content. How has the year been for you?
This year's been a roller coaster, man. It's like been with all the changes between how like YouTube's been advancing and everything and
Hmm.
just you know, the biggest change this year, or actually wow, it's been a year now. It wasn't this past summer, it was the summer before. The whole monetization thing and shifting the channel over like that was what a night and day difference, like
Wow,
running the channel.
you've been because the reason I won this is because I was a member of your channel for a year or more, right?
I
Like
think you're at 17 months.
okay, so you've been wow, so you have been monetized for over a year and a half at this point, then, right?
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
how has that been? Because I only just recently got monetized a couple months ago, and I'm eager to hear any advice or just kind of insights as to how things have worked out for you.
You know, I've noticed that my replays, because I primarily live stream, and
Yes.
the thing about it is that after I live, it becomes a VOD, it becomes a video technically, the
Right.
replay.
Right.
And I've noticed ever since the jump to monetization, the replay gets pushed more. And then the other thing I noticed is that as I hit different milestones with subscriber count, it got pushed more and more. I was like, this is an interesting shift in the way the traffic is even working. I started seeing my stuff being pushed out of the country, and I'm getting like views when I'm sleeping from
Eh,
overseas.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
like, I
great.
look at like some of the stats. I'm like, I have a pretty big fan base in Egypt. I'm like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's been such a weird thing, and I still like I get the gist of all the analytics, but I'm still like some of it kind of throws me for a loop. I stare at this stuff for a little while and I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay, I'm actually glad to hear you say that because I am not the because it means I'm not the only one who looks at a lot of the analytics and goes, Okay, what does that even mean?"
Yeah.
I try to suss out, I mean, like obviously we know what like watch hours are and we know what,
Hmm.
subscriber counts are and all that stuff. Um, but a lot of the more detailed stuff, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, or maybe I'll try this other thing and see if it works better. And that, that's just kind of my approach to it. So, um,
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
it's always it's a constant learning experience and trying things out. Literally, it's like just whenever you can, like exit your comfort zone with it. Just try something. And if it doesn't
right,
work, it doesn't work. But if it works, then all of a sudden you've just like opened this whole new doorway.
right, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay, it looks like I'm finally breaking through this thing.
they really packed that thing, huh?
They really do. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that this is separated. Like this,
Mm.
I thought at first when I was cutting through the tape, I was cutting through the box of the item
Mm.
itself. And it looks like this is like tape slash cardboard together. And oh my
All
God,
like around it.
they
Yeah.
just taped
Wow.
the hell out of the whole thing.
Like where I'm looking at you on your stream, so I'm like looking at you about 3 seconds behind,
Uh-huh.
and it's like so I'm seeing you. Like, I hear the sound of you going, and then I see it happen.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, what is this? Okay, yeah, it's
I
like I'm
mean,
using.
I'm glad they packed it well.
Yeah, they did, and we can see. Hold on, I'll show you right now. But like, we got the tape plus box right here, and then kind of it
Mm.
looks like wrapped in plastic inside of it is
Yeah.
the console and its packaging and everything itself. So I'm moments away from tearing this turtle shell off. I mean, that's basically what it is, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
here we go. Sorry, I know this is off camera, but oh my God. Okay. And now it's like I can see it, but I can't quite dislodge it yet. All right. There we
It's like it's
go.
given
Okay.
birth.
Oh, and here we are. Okay. Hopefully you can see that we have managed to dislodge it. There we go.
Woohoo!
So let me just have a quick look. Um, it's basically a slip of paper attached to it that says, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the item you received, please feel free to call me at this number or email me at this number. Okay, all right, good to know. And this would be Crazy Deal Guy. I assume
Yep,
that's who who you bought that through. All right,
yep.
let's go ahead. We're going to remove the plastic bag here and have a look. And this is the package itself. So here it is. This is the Retron 5. Now, I did of course it's really funny, Matt Cave, because I think the first person to tell me that I won was actually Alan Copeland. He
Yeah, he did. He
he
reached
was like
out.
he was like on that like I looked at the timestamp when he messaged me, and then I looked at the time on your live stream that I'd won, and he had gotten to me like pretty quickly. And he's like, "Dude, you just won the Retron 5." And I'm like, "Great. What's a Hypertron 5, you know?" And and I knew, since it came from your channel, I was like, "Well, it's obviously going to have something to do with retro gaming." And so I was like, "Is this like one of those consoles that lets you play a bunch of older physical versions of the game?" And lo and behold, it was. And
Yep.
there are at least six different systems on here that I know I would want to play games on. There's the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, and then Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advanced.
And
Oh
you
my
can even play
God.
Famicom.
Huh?
Famicom cartridges too, if you
See,
want.
see, and that's the thing. I might need a little on the fly education here. I know that the Famicom is supposed to be similar to the Nintendo, but it was released in Japan, right?
Yep. Yeah, because you would have to get the Japanese imports of those cartridge, different cartridge design, different layout and everything.
Uh-huh.
And occasionally with some of the games, there are differences between the Japanese version of the game and the US release, the North American release.
Really? Okay, I guess
So
that
it's
makes
kind of interesting.
sense. Yeah. Is that to account for like geographical and cultural differences mostly?
Um, Potentially, I know they've even changed like text dialogue in games in different regions. There's sometimes different music. There could
Ooh.
be different
Okay.
levels sometimes depending on the games. Most of the time they don't vary too much. Usually it's like pretty much the same thing, but yeah, there's like there were differences between the Japanese release of The Legend of Zelda versus the North American release. And that was something they actually I forget what year they did that. Japan had like their own like internet thing going on where
Uh-huh.
people were able to play Zelda like online. Like it was a whole
Okay.
streaming thing like way back in the day.
Wow. That's something I never knew.
No.
Okay. Well, I've got the tape off of it, and hopefully should
Mhm.
be able to show you guys what is inside. So we have got, and everything is in bubble wrap because because Hyperkin apparently cares quite a
Me
bit
too.
about their product. So this looks like the console itself. And okay, so we have different ports for each cartridge type here. So
Yep.
let's see, this is the Genesis. Let me see, you guys can see this, right? Okay. This is the
Yeah.
Genesis port or the Genesis cartridge. This is for the Super NES, the NES, and then and the Famicom. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I've ever played a Famicom game ever. Um, I've heard about it, but I don't know that I've ever played a Famicom game. All right.
Yeah, I haven't used them myself yet. I want to add some to the collection. And then if you look at the front of it, there's a slot for the Game Boy cartridges.
Okay. Oh, wow. And so all three Game Boy cartridge types fit into this slot?
Yep,
That is awesome.
right into the front there. And then my favorite thing in the world about it is on the sides, first player and second player ports for the original controllers.
Wow. Oh my God. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know what to say to that. Like
It's
these
so
aren't
cool.
USBs.
No, that's
These are
the
not
the
USBs at
proprietary
all.
ports.
Yeah, those are the actual like oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to find some like maybe not actual originals, but like you know,
There's great
man,
replicas out there. You can
yeah.
get good third-party ones. The coolest thing about that is that let's say you plug in a Super Nintendo controller,
Huh?
you can use that same controller for NES, even Genesis or Game Boy. You could just
Oh,
use a Super Nintendo controller for all of it.
oh, that is awesome. So you can and you linked me one on Amazon. That's the one you recommended.
Yeah, that's one I have. Actually, I have one. Let me lean over here and grab it. Plugged in. I got an extender on it, but it's if I can bring that up and show it.
Yeah.
Circa makes it,
Oh, that
and
looks
they're really nice design. Different colors you can get them in and everything. But
that
it's
looks
the
exactly like
actual.
an old school Super NES controller too. We might have lost you. I can't hear you anymore. You didn't like bump your microphone or anything, did you? It's all good. It's all good. I do stuff like this all the time. No, no, I can't hear you. It's not anything I did, is it? Yay, Discord. Let me just make sure I didn't somehow like. Okay, you'll be right back. I got it. Okay. All right. In the meantime, I have gone ahead and looks like I've got I guess this is the controller that comes with the Retron 5. It is interesting. Definitely its own distinct thing. And it's got it looks like it's got the kind of joystickish part right here, although it's more of uh kind of a direct like an omnidirectional button that works here. And then we've got a select button, a start button, a home button, and then what I assume are kind of your different either directionals or your your substitutes for like A, B, X, and Y. I'm not certain. So
Am I back?
yes, yes, you are
Awesome.
back, and I can hear you, and I love it. Hold on, let me prioritize you in the window. There we go.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to assume that it was Discord's fault. So
I think I loosened a wire when I leaned over.
okay. I'm still just gonna blame Discord.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Cave,
That's
I was
fine.
talking a little bit about this controller that looks like that comes with the console. What is your opinion of this thing?
So the only thing I've ever primarily used that for was accessing menu features, but then I figured out there's a shortcut on the old controllers as well. So that particular controller, even though it can do everything that
Mhm.
it's designed to do, I'm not a big fan of it. It's also very clicky.
Yeah,
Um,
I was moving the oh God, I don't even know what to call this part. It's not a joystick, but yeah, like it is clicking like I don't know if you guys can hear this.
yeah, it's a very clicky controller.
Yeah.
Um, it'll work wirelessly. It'll also plug in,
Okay.
and for the start of it, it'll do what it's meant to do and just control the games. But the big key is grabbing one of those like third-party controllers, and you saw they're not even like crazy expensive at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's and they work really, really well, and then you just get that natural feel
Yes.
of the game, right? Yeah. So it's but in the meantime, that will function.
Okay.
Um, but I'm glad they at least like supplied something
Oh
to
yeah.
do that. It's an interesting design though, because
It's
it's
so
such a brick.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so bricky. Like
Yeah.
it's not it and it's not like heavy or anything. It's just
Mm.
it's barely more than a rectangle, you know?
Yeah.
Um, which I guess you could probably argue the same thing about the original NES controller, but that was
Yeah.
tiny compared to this,
Yeah, a lot smaller than that.
So,
Yep.
all right, we got an HDMI cable with it. I just recently, and when I found out that I won this thing, I was like, well, now I
Mhm.
really need this. I just recently purchased an HDMI splitter, because I game on both my Switch and my PlayStation 5, and having to because I just have the one capture card, having to switch that out every time sucks. And
Yeah.
so I went and purchased the splitter, and so that way now it's a lot easier, and I don't have to like get on my back to get to my computer to switch things out. Um, little things like that matter because
Yeah, they do.
you know, I'm I'm kind of an old man here, so you know. All right,
Yeah, it comes in handy doing that.
we've got a couple of I'm guessing, is this a charging cable for the controller or
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, I would recommend just charging it up when you get a chance to just kind of fill it up so it's ready.
Oh yeah.
Um, so there's an interesting thing you can do with this system also,
Uh-huh.
because obviously it's looking to play the cartridges.
Yes.
This whole device is one big emulator. It's a
Okay.
console emulator, right? So what it does is when you pop a cartridge in, it temporarily downloads its a ROM from the cartridge so
Really?
that it can think and handle that because you can actually do save states on this and stuff like that.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
but because it's able to create a ROM means that it can play ROMs. So, if you look at the very back, somewhere next to the HDMI cable,
Mm-hmm.
there is an SD card slot. And there are instructions online on how to set up the folders, and you can put ROMs on an SD card, pop it in there, and there's a way to play them.
It turns out that I did this project years ago at this point,
Mhm.
but I definitely grabbed a lot of ROMs at one point, and I've I've probably got them somewhere on the hard drive on my computer too. So
Oh, nice.
I've got them in folders. They are made to work with, I think it's not emulation station. Um, and so but I just need to I just need to find a spare memory card lying around then. But
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'll get the instructions for you. It's very specific way to set it up so that it
Okay.
reads it.
Okay.
And it's really funny how you do it. So let's say you want to play an NES ROM. You pop an actual NES cartridge into the top.
Right.
And then it's like, I'm playing NES. And then you pick the ROM folder instead, and you've now turned that cartridge in like you pop Super Mario Brothers in, but you're like, but I'm playing Friday the 13th. It's like it's so weird. Oh,
Okay, so popping the cartridge in triggers the type of emulator that it is going to use, and
yep.
okay, okay, that's good to know.
It'll light up on the front of the console. Each of those controller
Uh-huh.
icons, they light up.
Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Awesome.
It's so cool, dude. It upscales everything to 720p. It
Yes.
has different filters. You could add scan lines if you want. You can smooth everything out. You can make it sharper. or you could let it just be,
Wow.
which is what I do.
Wow. That's awesome. Let's see. We got power cables, and what are these? This is this some kind of a stand or something? Or uh hold on.
What do you got there?
I'm gonna open this up real quick and show
Oh,
you.
that might be. Are those feet?
Is that what these are?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a couple seconds behind. Oh, no. Those are region adapters for power. If you went to Europe, you would switch the
Oh,
power adapter to that.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
Hyperkin made sure that this thing was ready for all regions.
my goodness. So how long has Hyperkin been working on these kinds of products?
Oh, they've had these for years and they're continuing to work on products.
Uh-huh.
They've been in the works for now a few years at this point, and it's not out yet. In fact, another company is about to beat them to the market. But they've been working on an N64 emulation console.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know what the delays are. I'm sure there's something about it and how it has to be coded and all that
Right,
stuff is probably
right.
creating the delay. I forget the name of the other company, but they announced their own console that's coming that's going to do that.
Okay.
Um, but they also make all kinds of converters, HDMI adapters for all kinds of stuff. So I use a bunch of Hyperkin cables. Like I have a Hyperkin HDMI cable that goes to my PS1, and that way I can capture from it and all this stuff. They make these great adapter cables, they make controllers, and then there's all different consoles. Like that's the 5, that's the big one, the Retron 5. But then there's like a Retron 3 that does
Yes.
NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis. There's
Okay.
another one that's just a cube that's dedicated to Game Boy games. And it's just they made oh, one of the coolest ones, I actually want one. They recreated the Superboy, the handheld Super Nintendo from
Oh,
back in the day. They
oh
made
my
their own.
God.
Yeah. So it's it's very cool because they if you go to their site and you look at their products, you actually can't purchase directly from them unless you're a reseller, a retailer.
Okay.
But all their product stuff is listed on their site, and they have so many things. But they've been doing this for years. One of my other favorite consoles that I have from them is the Retron 77. It's an Atari 2600, and it plays all my Atari cartridges.
I was actually I was actually scrolling through Blue Sky the other day.
Hmm.
Are you on Blue Sky?
No, is that the new like
It's
it's like Twitter?
yeah, it's a lot like Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
I was scrolling through that and I found someone had a screenshot. It was actually several screenshots, but they had a screenshot of the Atari Spider-Man game. And then in
Yeah.
addition to that, they had like I guess pictures from some of the marketing where you've got like
Mhm.
Spider-Man and then the Green Goblin is next to him taunting him while he's at the console playing and just all this stuff and I'm just like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, this game is of course like compared to like the games out for Spider-Man today. This game is
Yeah.
very piddling, you know. But like that was the baby step, you know, that was the baby
Oh
step.
yeah.
That was the first game that featured Spider-Man, and so I was just like, "Ah, this is such a memory," you know?
Oh yeah.
Um,
That game was something. Climb the building, keep going up, don't fall, reach the
yeah,
top, and then the
and
Green Goblin just like kills you.
the only way that you could move was to shoot out a web line and then basically zip up on the web line, you know? That's
Yep.
pretty much all you could do, so but yeah, I'm I would definitely like I would look into the possibility of getting an Atari 2600 emulator just so I could play that game again, you know.
That would be awesome.
Um, but one thing I am curious about, um, I have sometimes wanted to stream games from my Nintendo DS. Hyperkin hasn't ever made anything that answers that particular question. Have they?
No, nothing with the
Okay.
DS yet.
Okay.
The DS, even their emulators are tricky.
I don't That's
There's
not
a lot that
surprising.
goes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget the name of, I think it's called like Cetra or something like that is like the big one. I tried to get it running and I couldn't. So I don't know what I missed or what it is, but the DS is a little tricky because of the whole dual monitor thing with it.
Right.
Um,
Yes.
it's funny, the system that I was playing the Home Alone games on last night, uh is called the Samosys Interactive. It's a emulator box that a friend of mine recommended, and it has Nintendo DS games on it, and they do work. What it does though is it puts the screens side by side, which is a little weird.
Yes.
Like it looks like on that Discord screen where you have your our two windows next to each other.
Right.
That's what it looks like when you play it on this system. So it's a
Gotcha.
little funky, but it's also hard to control because a lot of those games were looking for the stylus pen to do something.
Yes.
And it's emulating a system like that is tricky because there's certain control parameters that just an emulator's not gonna really do. So I don't know if we'll ever
Interesting.
get DS stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine that it's just maybe because what I've noticed about emulators, at least over the years, is it's they eventually get powerful enough or
Mm.
flexible enough to where they can tackle like the next generation of systems and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
have this feeling that when they finally do get around to really kind of drilling down on the DS and stuff like that, they'll probably include interfaces that you could do with if not a mouse pad, like for instance, like one of those drawing sketch pad type interfaces that like artists use for
Yeah.
art. Like it's sort of like I remember like the Wii motion controllers and how that was just a nightmare to use at times, but like it was the first instance of that kind of thing. And I'm
Yep.
hopeful that it'll catch up eventually. So,
Yeah. And they even those advanced, they added the Wiimote Plus little adapters, and then eventually their later Wiimotes had it built in, and it just got
right.
better.
Right. Yeah, no, it takes time, it takes
Mm.
money. I I get it. It just you sometimes you want all this stuff and you want it quickly and you know, good things do come to those who wait though. So
Yes.
well, this is an awesome little I don't I'm just gonna call it a Christmas gift. Because I feel like a kid on Christmas Day. I'm gonna need to get some games, maybe flash some ROMs, we'll see. And
Ooh.
but when I get this one underway, I will of course let you know when that happens and maybe maybe you can be present during the first stream of when I get this up and running. I'll keep you in the loop about it. But in the
Yeah,
meantime,
man, that would be awesome.
thank you so much. This is an awesome get for me. I totally was not expecting this, and I also was not expecting to essentially have to start collecting physical game media now, um, which I hear is an addiction all on its own.
It is.
And but I think that'll be fun. I think I started looking for I think it was Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six on the
Nice.
NES. So that might be the first game I end up playing on here. We'll see. But I'll have
Sweet.
to shop for some games. Because I'm not gonna have the first game be a ROM. Like, it's not gonna be
Go
digital.
the actual cart. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah, that defeats the entire point here. We want a cartridge. We want this because it's capable of that. So, but it's going to share the 3 point HDMI switch with my PlayStation 5 and my Switch now. And yeah, like as far as I'm concerned, that is a place of honor. So, you know. Um But yeah, thank you so much. This is great.
Uh,
I've been
you're
very
most welcome,
happy
dude.
to be a member of your channel. I know I'm not always at all the live streams, but you know, you, you know how it is. You and
Oh
I are
yeah,
both busy. So, um,
I
but
totally get it.
yeah, but I remember I mean I remember when we met, we were similarly sized channels, and so when you really started to blow up, I was just like, "Oh man, this is great." Like it couldn't happen to a better guy, you know? And so and so I've been watching and just being like, "Oh, this is awesome. This is my friend. I knew him back when." So so
It's so crazy that we even like get to do this type of stuff. I mean, it's just so much fun, man. I love
yeah.
hanging out with you and hanging out with all the other guys and everybody that joins, with the channels and stuff. It's amazing how many people we've met like just doing this. Like we're
Yeah.
geeking out about stuff like that we loved as kids. Like
Yeah, I know. You know, I mean, I love the internet, but man, I really love YouTube because it really lets us find and connect with the people that share our quirky little interests and things. And so, you know, I'm I'm going to be doing I'm going to be doing another watch party stream in about half an hour, and
nice.
I'm almost done with Spider-Man. I'm almost done with Spider-Man the animated series from the 90s. Like we're
That's
gonna
such
do
a
the
great
Secret
show.
Wars arc tonight, and then I think then
Ooh,
the arc that I'm doing on Sunday, that's it. That's the Spider-Verse precursor where he meets all the Spider-Men from other realities. So I'm
it's
really
awesome.
excited. But like I do this stuff because I love it. You know, I love getting out here, watching this stuff, reacting to it, and then just talking with people who are also kind of watching me and just going, "Oh, hey, you know, I remember this," or "I like this guy," you know, and so it's quite a gift, you know. And I'm really glad we do live in an age where we have access to this kind of thing, you know? So,
It's pretty cool.
yeah. All right. Well, I think we're probably going to wrap it up here, but again, I just want to say thank you to Matt Cave, one for being here, two uh, for I mean, I know you didn't just pick me. I kind of won out of a random drawing, but I want to thank you for gifting this to me. And then I just want to thank you for being an awesome YouTube friend over the years, you know? Like
Yeah,
I've
man.
really enjoyed that. So,
Likewise, dude.
all
I
right.
have a blast hanging out with you, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to head off now. Thanks everybody who hung out. We appreciate you being here. Take care. This is Spidey Librarian
The Mac Cave.
and until my next stream or upload, I will be wishing you a good day. Bye.